Welcome into Maximum Blackness. I'm your girl Annie Herb, and I am here tonight with Eye Sparkle. Y'all see how she shine over there? She sparkles, right? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But tonight we just wanted to bring you a little video where we want to inform you about this project 2025. It's some things y'all might need to know before you vote, and this ain't gonna be the only conversation. We're gonna have a few conversations on Project 2025 because it's a lot to talk about. That book is 500 and some odd pages long, damn near six. It's a lot to talk about. Ain't that right, our Sparkle?
Yes, it's a lot to talk about and a lot to take in. So just be ready for this stuff. For real, for real.
Big facts. Definitely be ready because Trump and his people, they got plans on top of plans on top of plans. And they say that this is going to go into effect from day one that he is president if he wins the election. And they always talking like he gonna already win. So they already looking forward to this man to win. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first little bit that I have gotten a lot of information on is Trump does not see all families as equal. So, if he becomes president, only a family with a male, an actual man that was born male, and an unrelated woman that was born a woman is considered a family with their kids. So, if you are same sex marriage, single parent, no matter if you single dad, single mom, you aren't considered a normal family in America anymore. What you got to say, I Sparkle?
I'm sorry, Mama. Fuck Trump, because he sounds stupid. You not normal yourself, Mr. Orange Man, and you just sound stupid. Like, how can you tell somebody how they can live? First of all, you can't. You're not a dictator. You cannot tell someone who they can have living in the house and what's normal and what's not normal. You're not normal, my guy. You're not normal.
He
So with
isn't
that
normal.
being said, that's just it. Like, I disagree totally. Like, who are you? You are not God. You are not anyone that can tell us anything. So that's it.
Big facts. And I agree with all of that because he's wrong for a lot of the things that is in this book. And it just seems like he's trying to throw us back into the Stone Age. Now, on top of that, he's stating that children in homes without a father figure, that's the most dangerous place for them to be. Now, what kind of shit is that? When a lot of single mothers create a safe haven for their kids, a lot of single dads create safe havens for their kids away from drama. You get what I'm saying? Away from hectic spaces and hectic events and things. Like, there's a lot of people that enforce rules and regulations that you just ain't gonna do around their kids. So for him to say single parents or either just a home that has a mom and no kid is dangerous, that's out of line and out of pocket. And it's just all wrong because it's a lot of good kids that do come from single parent homes, right, Sparkle?
Yeah. Hey, I was raised by my mama. She was my mother and my father. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, Trump just speaking out of a place of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, he just be sitting at home twirling his little toupee, thinking of some more dumb shit to say every day. Like, for real. Like, dude just out of there.
Twirling
You
his
know,
I'm done.
his toupee, for real, looking like Gargamel or something. Like, come on, bro. Get out of here.
I thought
Stop
you
the
said
dumb.
he was twiddling his fingers. That was
For real, hell yeah. La la la. La la. Okay, that's not normal. Let me go say something else, though.
like punch your coochie. I'm done. That was his last election, y'all. Y'all already know no more being him,
He's
okay?
over there grabbing him. Grab him by the...
Now
Grab him.
another demeaning thing about Trump and his new rules is that other families, so pretty much if you're not a family that consists of a mom and a dad, born male and female, and your kids, you will not get benefits that are offered to straight couples. Period. Single mom, single dad, again, same sex, trans, none of that. You will not get offered any of the same benefits that they will be offering to what they consider the American family under these new laws. So that's more crazy shit right out the bat. This is stuff that you should know about before you start voting. Because I know a lot of black people are going to they're saying they're gonna vote for Trump. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna vote for Trump, fine, do what the fuck you gonna do. But just know, read Project 2025, and this is just a portion. This isn't all of it. Like I said, this is just a portion of what we've gotten, and we're going to do more research to make sure that we bring you some more information. But this is, just a portion. So, let's say they're giving out stimulus checks. If Trump don't feel like you are an American family, your family doesn't get a stimulus check. Does and know what that sounds like? I think that's
Yeah.
exactly what that
He
sounds like.
taking away from it. He just find another reason not to give people the benefits that they need to help them get by. Some people need that help. You got single. You people don't choose to be in a single parent household. There's something that had to have occurred or something that happened for them to be a single parent. So number one and number two, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because you sound dumb. You may have always been in a 2-parent household. You may have always had it the good way or the normal way, as you say. And you're from the Stone Age times, but you know what I'm saying? He needs to wake up, realize that the world has evolved. Things have changed.
Now,
Like, he out of pocket.
he does say he makes a few points that some children that do come from homes with one parent, they do have a harder life. He said a few things that didn't say hard life in that way, but he was stating that they're pretty much bad children in a sense. But a lot of kids with single parents, they do have harder lives. So I'll agree with that. But instead, you should create programs and stuff to help them rather than trying to abolish or ban them for not having a second parent, if that makes sense. Make other
I
ways to help them rather than trying to diminish them. I hope I said that correctly, because
can,
that's what it sounds like you're doing. You're being an asshole.
Because I can agree, yeah, they've had a hard life. Their mother has had to work and break her ass, you know what I'm saying, to take care of them. And they may not have been able to get everything they wanted, but they got everything they needed. But with that being said, I feel like that only made a lot of us stronger. There may have been some mothers that was just back there, they was just chilling. They probably grew up chilling with their own kids. That's a different type of single parent. When you got that mama that is your rock, your firmness, she gonna be on you like any and everything. If you messing up, you the kid in class doing all your work. Man, come on, man. You just don't know. You don't know.
You
My
don't.
mom had me scared. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it wasn't no being no bad kid. No, we might have been a little rough around the edges. Wasn't nobody gonna mess with us, but we weren't no troublemakers. We didn't come for it if it wasn't brought to us. You know.
And even those that do end up being troublemakers or whatever, create more benefits for them to more. I mean, not benefits. Create more resources for them and their families and their single parents. Single parents
Yeah.
have no help. Yeah, they get government assistance out the ass, but when it comes to mental help for their kids and help that they could get with parenting and babysitting and stuff like that, they don't really get all of that help. Like, it's a lot. They need more help
Yeah.
their homes than what they're given. They're given the basic needs, but this is pretty much telling them, fuck you, you ain't gonna get nothing. So I wonder what that would mean for a lot of people already on food stamps, a lot of single parents that's already
They ain't
getting those
gonna have it. He's
sources
gonna
like
have to take it away.
that from them and make them work harder.
Struggle. Struggle.
And I mean, with food stamps and stuff, I feel like it should be a time limit. Like they should really help you more get a job. Like y'all put people on these programs and then don't enforce
Yeah.
jobs. So that's why people stay on them for so long. Y'all don't enforce or make them do anything more with their life than what they're doing. You can get on HUD, and as long as if you continue to qualify for HUD, you can keep that apartment until all your kids grown, or even after that, if you still qualify for HUD after they're grown. Like you can keep that. Like they don't make you necessarily get off of those resources. So don't blame the people. Enforce stuff that's going to work. Enforce stuff that's going to make people do different things.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. You complaining about it, you know what I'm saying? But find another reinforcement. Find another way. Find a resource. Find some positivity to push into it instead of all that negative stuff that you're pushing into it.
Negative.
Because maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't know how that single parent home became a single parent home. You may see some children that are out there living that life. But what you could do is throw a resource out there. Throw them a little positive, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they do have certain clubs. They have boys and girls. They have big brothers and big sisters and stuff like that. But that's not everywhere. That could be more, you know what I'm saying? Get out there and do something for those kids instead of just trying to down talk everybody that's been brought up in that type of community. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. But you trying to tear them down by saying that they're bad or they're this, that doesn't help.
Now, this is what Trump kind of, gets. Well, hell, he already just wild and crazy. So he's saying, before we even get to the children part, he's saying that damn, why I can't say activism? Anyway, if you are active in the trans community and, actively speaking for them, or, being in their community, pretty much they want to criminalize transgenders' identity. So that means if you identify as a trans, you will be criminalized and you will be categorized as pornography. Don't ask me how that's going to work, because you can identify a certain way and look a different way. I don't know how this is going to work, but I just think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. I think people should be left alone. I think to identify it as pornography is a little too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if you have a problem with the way things are going, implement more resources. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn it into a negative more than what it already is, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Because there's already people out there struggling with their identities. They may have just adjusted into their new identity and this and that, but don't make it a negative thing for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're living the life they want to live. They're living it how they want to live it. Them being criminalized because they want to dress as a man or as a woman, that's not cool.
It's discrimination, and it seems
Very
like
much so.
bring back more discrimination than there already is.
But think about who we talking about. This is the man that wanted to build a wall, so
I know
it's
it's not
discrimination all over this dude.
mind blowing, but I don't think he had anything like this. The last election, I don't think he had this whole outline here. If he did, my bad for not paying attention to it. But this time I'm paying more attention, and I think this outline is just crazy in a lot of places, and we haven't even gotten into more parts of it that we're going to come out with. And I think he's like promoting discrimination, and he wants it to begin and remain, and probably, and to me this is a snowball effect. If this all starts, it's going to snowball right back from sexuality back to gender back to race, and it's never not been any of that, but it's going to become more of a thing than it is now, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes a lot of sense.
It's still there. It's just everything got levels and everything is everywhere. So it's not like it's not the one thing being paid the most attention to anymore, because we got all this other stuff on top of that. So another thing, gender reassignment to your children will be considered child abuse. That is one thing I do agree with. Y'all need to stop changing the genders of y'all children. Y'all need to stop allowing them to change their genders. Y'all need to stop putting it in their head that they need to change the gender that they were born with. Okay?
Right.
If that's going to be their decision, go ahead, Sparkle.
No, I mean, I could totally agree with that. That's all I was going to say right now. I'll let you finish your statement. But
I was going to say, if they're going to, change it, let it be their choice when they're grown, not when they're a kid or a teenager.
Right. They got to go through those phases, those steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they get to a certain age where it's okay, where they have a mind of their own, they can think clearly and understand their thoughts, because this is not just a temporary thing. Like, this is a permanent change they're going to be making to this. So they're going to be going through a whole lot of stuff.
Hormones.
So if they want to change their voice, if they want to change their whole sexual, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that comes with that. There's a lot of change. So that's not something you should do with a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's some people out there that maybe they always wanted a girl. Maybe they always wanted a boy. That is not you to be able to decide that. That's not your choice. Let that child get old enough to figure out what they really want in life. Now, if they want it when they get grown, cool. But as a child, nah. You definitely child abuse for sure. I agree.
I just want to know who's talking to their kids at these ages about switching their gender.
Right.
Because I understand you have the conversation, the birds and the bees, and you got to tell your kids, some people like, certain things, but I don't think you should bring changing genders to your child's attention. I understand they might see things and this, that, and the third and ask questions, but baby feed it to them. Try to, keep them on a certain level with it until they get old enough to understand it.
Right. Like, your kids are going to come to you these days with a lot, you know what I'm saying, stuff that you may not be ready to hear. They may tell you that they are interested in boys, or you know what I'm saying. They may tell you that they're interested in girls. However it goes, bisexual, this sexual, whatever sexual, but that doesn't mean you go and change your sex just because. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
because.
Have listening ears. Be ready to go on a journey with your child because your child gonna need you.
There's
But
no way.
right, but getting them under the knife at a young age to change something is gonna be a permanent. Some people, when they get older, change their mind. You never know. So don't do
Mm-hmm.
that. Let that child get grown and decide on their own.
Yeah.
If that's what they really want, then let them do it. That is not for
Unless
you
your
to do.
child was born with both a vagina and a leave them alone. And even if they was, because some people are intersex where they're born with both things. Leave them
Yeah,
alone and let them choose what the fuck they want to be. Okay.
that. Still another way where you step back because that's your child's life at the end of the day. Maybe they want both, maybe they don't. Let them figure that out.
And you know what? Again, this is just a little bit of stuff that we want to bring to your attention because they're talking about grants should be. They did say this grants should be made for those people for those companies and stuff who are going to discriminate against same-sex marriage. They're pretty much excluding anybody who doesn't live under the man female marriage, and I mean born male and female. And if they get rid of if they ban discrimination against same-sex couples, what does that mean for the people that are already married and the same sex? What does that mean for them? And don't get me wrong, oh y'all, I don't agree with everything that people do. I just mind my business. And if it's something that people are happy with and they're fine living their life that way, let it, hey, by all means, do your boo boo.
Yeah, if you
Do you?
like it, I love it. For
It's
real.
like Trump wants to, like, is it going to be wrong to call him a little Hitlerish? Like, I'm just feeling like,
No, that's not wrong. He thinks he's a dictator.
yeah, I feel like this is a big little dictating here. Like,
A lot. Ain't a little, that's a lot.
he's
500 and how
he's
many
trying
pages
to.
of it?
He might
How
as well
many
put a
pages?
camera. You remember
500 and
that
how
one when
many?
where he had to keep going back to save that girl, and it was like a camera was watching. It's like they got those satellite cameras on us for real. Like y'all might as well just be watching us. I feel y'all probably are. That's the
Probably.
most. That's the fascinating thing about it. They probably already are, just like that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. We just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Watch your back when you walk outside since we talking about the
That
orange man. Because we see that little black car outside. I'm like,
they
you know
watching.
what it is. Huh?
You're watching. You see something. You see a float sitting up in the air that ain't never been sitting in front of your house before. They watching.
For real.
This is sad, and we're gonna bring you some more videos about this information because we want y'all to know before you vote. It's getting pretty close to that time. I believe election is going to be here pretty soon. So y'all need to get who y'all gonna vote for in order if you're gonna vote. If not, just pay attention to what's going on so that whoever does get elected, at least you know this is what's going on. Because if you're not gonna vote, then that means we're just gonna take whatever comes along, which most people will. That's do what you do, boo boo. Okay.
Right. For real.
We're not here to encourage you to vote. We're not here to encourage you not to vote. We just want you to be informed. And that's how we
Hey,
keep y'all max to the motherfucking black round here. Ain't that right?
that's correct. And another thing that I just remember they want to take away the woke. No, y'all stay woke, please. They want to take that away. But please stay
He
woke.
did.
I
He
heard that in
did.
the
He
video.
said,
Stay
let's
woke.
get rid of the woke trans activists. That's what he said. So anybody that's a woke trans activist, they trying to get rid of you, boom.
Stay woke, y'all.
Yep, stay woke and stay doing what you do. And we're gonna be back next time with some more information. We'll be back up with another cool and casual conversation next weekend. And we got some videos we're finna sprinkle out. So just stay tuned.